If you're wondering how you can win this bike, check out the link in the description box.
I'm here from Srkcycles, and I might have the cheapest Can Am 2015 F3 on the planet. We priced this thing out. We're way cheaper than anyone else. This is a good-looking Spyder. I think the F3's got the best-looking front end of all the Spyders out there. Someone did a little pinstripe dewayne did a little pinstripe job on that front. If you wanted to take that off, you could take that off. It's not a big deal. Let's take it for a spin. Those of you that have never ridden a Spyder, if I wasn't in this business, I would have never ridden a Spyder. You probably want to know what it feels like. If you're coming off a motorcycle, this Spyder's a little bit harder to drive because it's easier to drive an automatic Can Am Spyder if you're coming from a car. This is more like to get people into driving and doing this stuff, but it's a real easy transition from coming from a car. If you're coming from a bike, it's a little bit harder because with a car, your braking is all on the foot, like this. With a motorcycle, it's mainly in your hand, and there is no handbrake. The front and rear braking is all on your foot, and it just takes a little while just to get used to that. Even to the point that, like, maybe for the first couple hours of you riding one, just make sure you don't get in one of those oh shoot moments, because your muscle memory, your instincts are gonna be grab some hand, and there's nothing up there. Something cool these things do is they downshift automatically, just to make sure that you're in the proper RPM, so you don't have to downshift, although you can downshift if you want to. You can downshift if you want to. And these things are very, they're extremely stable, extremely teched out. I've tried really hard to like three-wheel it, and it just won't do it. No, two-wheel it. And you'll actually feel braking and all this stuff, and it'd be very hard to flip something like this. Guys, let's do the words of wisdom. Psalm 130, verse 5. I wait for the Lord, my soul does wait, and in his word do I hope. There we go. So another thing that might kind of throw you off if you're new to riding, or if you've been riding for a long time, is this is much more like a snowmobile. If you've ridden a snowmobile, you jump on this thing and it's a very easy transition. If you're coming off a bike and you jump on this, who is doing burnout? Who is driving on the thing? Alright, if you are coming from a bike and you're on a real hard turn, you kind of, it wants to throw you the other way. So you kind of have to lean into it. Like this. You just kind of got to lean into it. You have to yield for me. You lean into it. Hey. The lady was all like, what are you doing? She's like, what are you doing? I'm making a video. So watch the gear indicator. 3, 2. It revs it up and pops into the proper gear. Now you can see, I mean, this thing's got plenty of power. I believe it's a 1340 motor, something like that. It accelerates pretty quick. Very stable. It will let the back end slip a little bit, maybe for about a second, and then it kicks you back in, and that traction control does its thing and straightens you back up. Now on the new ones, the 2017s, they do have a mode that you can hold down some buttons and completely turn off traction control. That sounds awesome. What were they waiting for? to do something like that. Can-Ams are really getting, they're getting a pretty big, following. And it's not really if your goal is to ride a motorcycle, don't get a Can-Am as a space saver. Oh yeah, this is a 6-speed, not the 5-speed like the earlier models was. Don't get a Can-Am, be like, oh, I'm gonna get a Can-Am and learn some stuff, and then I'll get a motorcycle. It's not a middle ground. It's a different thing. It's like saying I want to get a boat. I want to be a boater, so I'm going to get a jet ski. It doesn't really make any sense. If you want a motorcycle, get a motorcycle. But if you want a Can-Am, and a Can-Am's not a crappy motorcycle. It's just it's a completely different thing. It's a different thing. It's a different sensation, although it's got similarities and it is in the same family. I'm showing you guys how good this Can-Am rides. It sounds good. It's got great power. Nothing's goofy about it. And these are a lot of fun to ride. Another cool thing about them is they're very, very stable. So if you've been riding and you have some reasons, like, you know, there's a lot of guys that have been riding and they're just they don't feel comfortable, and you are wise to make this decision, but you don't feel comfortable, you know, keeping the bike. Your legs aren't as strong as they used to be, and you know it's time that you need to hang up the keys and stop riding bikes. This could be a killer opportunity or a killer situation that you can continue riding, continue going on trips, having fun with the spouse or having fun with your buddies, and stay on the road while, let me put the parking brake on. It lets you know if you don't put the parking brake on. So you can do all those things while maintaining the safety that you want. They look good, they handle, they'll keep up with anything else on the road. And it's definitely in performance. Unless your buddies are on like sport bikes, Dragon Knee, on the Dragon Tail, you will be able to keep up with them on this. Alright guys, that wraps it up. It's a Sean from Srkcycles. Remember, it's not what you're riding, but where you're going. See you guys later.
Coming in hot. Woo! You guys like what you see? And you want to see more Srkcycles content, click over here.
If you guys want to see stuff from the new Bikes and Beers channel, click right here. If you guys want to see a chance to win a motorcycle, click down here.